just off a road trip, and the Wizards are looking to settle back here at home. Well, guys, at this point, while still many things can change, the record is not on par with their performance last year. Maybe a cause for concern, but something they are well aware of.
And, well, for Washington, they've basically lived up to the expectations so far this season, and that's not really good news for their fan base because those expectations only had them on the brink of the playoffs.
Yeah, which is exactly where they are right now. It's not too late for them to make that kind of emphatic late push that turns a season from average to excellent, though.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for Oklahoma City right now, inside, you've got Ibaka and Kanter. Andre Robertson out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Durant in at the 3, the small forward. Now the Thunder with it. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
And, guys, it's easy to forget sometimes just how young Kevin Durant still is. I mean, last season, he became the second youngest player to get to 15,000 points.
Here is Wall. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Morris a screen. The dish to Dudley. And another miss by Washington.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
And Ibaka kicks to Durant. The 3 ball. Ibaka, no luck. Wizards have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals. Sweet little floater.
That is an elegant move to drop in the floater there, guys.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. It's stolen by Wall. 14 feet away. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Here's Robertson. 9 points last game. It's Durant with the drive. Plays it up and banks it in.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Dudley dishes to Morris. And it's good.
You know, they'll want to generate more of those shots in tight, guys.
The Thunder with the lead. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey, Kev, I caught up with Coach Billy Donovan. It seemed the player who's really on his mind is John Wall. He said we've got to keep him out of transition and out of the paint. His jump shot is still a work in progress, and we're going to make him prove he can hit it consistently before we'll play out on him. Guys, that's going to be the MO on Wall until he can knock down that perimeter shot.
Thanks, Doris.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition. Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
And guys, one thing that was obvious to me, last year the Wizards really matured as a team. I mean, they played as if they expected to win instead of a group kind of coming into their own. I thought they just showed a lot more composure and maturity on the court.
Now Gortat following Durant's three-point attempt. Here's Wall. Another one falls for Washington.
Looked like he was channeling Bob Cousy right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble like that?
As you said, the Wizards did look more mature last year on the floor with their play. They made sure to add veterans to achieve that.
And not just any veteran, but a future Hall of Famer in Paul Pierce. I mean, his presence on the team, I think, really is what propelled them to achieve new heights. And it also went beyond just Paul Pierce. That roster had a combined 490 playoff games. And that playoff veteran leadership, I felt, really helped this young core to grow.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And guys, Serge Ibaka's production was just a little off last season. We're not talking, big number changes. We're talking small dips in a number of categories.
Well, one category where he did really fall off, though, Kevin, was field goal percentage. A career 53% shooter, he dropped down to 47.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Throw good.
The Thunder's only front court scoring threat, and as much as he's improved on offense, he still has neither the flexibility nor skill set to be a guy that can be considered a first or second option offensively.
Ibaka hits both of them.
You know, talking about Ibaka, last season was good for his growth. I mean, he got a taste of what it's like to be the first or second scoring option rather than an afterthought. Now it's up to him to take that experience and convert it into improvement.
Now here's Sessions. Freak passes to Nene. 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. Sessions no good. Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Payne with it, now guarded by Porter. Here's Waiters. Gortat with the block. Sessions up top. He dishes it to Freak. To the right side. Here's Nene. Another one falls for Washington.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
Now here's Waiters. 11 points for him in that last game against Phoenix. Now Sessions. In the corner, it's Freak. In the corner, it's Sessions. Pass to Gortat. 11 feet away. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. For 3, Durant. The shot is off. From deep. At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Wizards lead by 2. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And a chance now to hear from the Brazilian big man Nene about the development of this Wizards team.
We changed our style, the way we think about basketball. You know, we start playing together, and our talent too. You know, we're very capable, very talented to do a special thing, and that's the right direction.
With Nene in the mix, that team is indeed capable and talented and can do some very special things.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's in a supporting role, and when he steps up in a big way, he gives them an X factor.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
I just really like what we're seeing from a defensive standpoint, forcing a lot of turnovers with those quick hands.
Yeah, those active hands, Greg, have produced a number of steals early. They've been very aggressive.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Nick Collison out there with Adams. Then there's Dion Waiters. Then there's Roberson. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard position. And it's the Thunder with the ball, following the three-point attempt by John Wall. Waiters on the wing, guarded by Porter. Shots good by Waiters. Waiters got it all tied up now for the Thunder.
And that's the kind of move that will always pay off, even against tight defense like he was facing on that possession. And Dion Waiters traded last season to the Thunder. They wanted him as a shooting and scoring threat off the bench. Didn't want him to try and fill the void that Harden played when he was a member of the team.
So here's Westbrook, following the basket by John Wall. 11 feet away. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Out to the right wing. And Thornton kicks to Wall. The shot. Wall missing again.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Waiters with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. Here's Westbrook. Here's Adams. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense. He worked himself into a really good position there, right near the basket. That's the look he wanted.
Now here's Westbrook, coming off a solid outing against Phoenix. Here's Roberson. He kicks to Westbrook. Westbrook missing again.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Thornton dishes to Nene. And he finishes nicely on the way. Nene's got the lead up to 2 now for the Wizards.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Westbrook, and again, no good by Oklahoma City.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And the Thunder had plenty of reason to be down last year because of the injuries. A big place that it hit them was on offense. They just were not the same absent mainly Kevin Durant.
Here is Wall following the basket by Russell Westbrook. All sorts of time, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Here's Roberson looking for his first basket still in this one. Kicks it to Westbrook. Jumper off the screen, and he hits the jump shot. We were used to seeing the Thunder as a top offensive team, as you mentioned, Greg. Last season, they finished 18th, Clark, in field goal percentage.
And, you know, for context, that's the lowest they finished since their first year in Oklahoma, Kevin. Usually you can find them among the top 5 teams in the league when they're healthy.
Adams' shot is good.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Porter kicks to Nene. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Westbrook against Wall. Westbrook drives in, takes it off the glass. Westbrook's got 8 here in the quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Wall against Westbrook. Tries from 16. The shot is off. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
An East-West showdown. Only one of 2 games between these squads.
And because of that, the time is now to seize control of the matchup. We'll see who strikes first. An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Here's Roberson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Waiters no luck. Wizards have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. It's Porter outside, and he gets it to go. Now it's a 3-point Washington lead.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And Westbrook gets it to go.
Oh, nice drive there to get to the bucket, using some of that terrific agility that he possesses.
On the wing, Thornton. Off target with his 3. For the Washington Wizards, they come in off the loss to the Hawks in Atlanta.
And really, given how they performed offensively, guys, they just never had a chance.
Yeah, and you can see their frustration growing and growing as they continue to come up empty on their possessions. By the end, they were just happy to watch the clock wind down and move on.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. It's the Wizards leading by just one. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with Russell Westbrook. And Russell, how confident are you that regardless of what defender you see in front of you, you can get what you want?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, and I'm very confident.
Russell, thank you so much. Kevin, hard work pays off.
All right, Doris, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the first half. Our passing has been very precise. I'll give you guys a lot of credit for that. We've been extremely smart with the ball, basically haven't given them any gifts whatsoever. We were able to make an impact with our low post offense. Let's continue to exploit those good mismatches in the paint. The pace of the game, just to bring that up real quick, isn't a huge concern because I think we're suited to play at any speed. But somewhere in the middle of the tempo spectrum would probably be ideal. We've been treading water for too long in this game and letting them hang around. Let's get this going. Get fired up!
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
So far in the game for Westbrook, 12 points and 1 rebound.
Oklahoma City trailing.
And for long stretches of the season, the Thunder, they had a short bench early on due to injury and just having a short rotation. They did change things up, though, as they went through that regular season.
The talented Wall and Beal team up in the backcourt. Markieff Morris is out there with Gortat, and it's Dudley in at the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. Wizards shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. That's good from Beal on the assist by Dudley. Beal's got the lead up to 3 now for the Wizards. Well, for the Thunder, Greg, you're talking about, they did have to go to their bench more and more. And Clark, as the season wore on, their bench players are playing a lot of minutes.
Yeah, actually, they ended up in the top 10 in bench minutes played. The trades they made at the deadline helped bring depth to the team, and they took advantage of it.
Dudley, no luck. Thunder trailing by 3. Roberson the pass to Durant. Roberson dishes to Durant. And Roberson kicks to Ibaka. Nails the wide open jump shot. Here is Wall. 6 points for him. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Morris. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
76% from the line a season ago.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
Free throw good for Morris.
They ended up going 29-12 here at the Verizon Center.
Freaks checked in for Washington. Sessions comes in for John Wall. And Morris drops them both.
And you know, that 29 wins mark at home for the Wizards, third best in the East. That team really likes shooting the ball here, as they were a top 5 3-point percentage team in this building.
Now here's Cantor. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit. And really the driving factor for why Washington was so good at home was their defense. I mean, they were finished with the best field goal percentage against in the entire league in their home building. You don't think of the Wizards as a lockdown team, but in the Verizon Center, that's exactly what they were.
Well, Thunder have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Payne's shot is good. Payne's got his first 2 points of the night.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
There's a screen by Gortat. And Sessions kicks to Beal. That 3 off the mark. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Payne can't hit. Washington trailing. And Beal kicks to Sessions. Hits the 3-point bomb. Sessions has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Ibaka sets the pick for Westbrook, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Westbrook's got 15 points.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take them long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
And who could forget the tear that Westbrook went on last season? I mean, after the All-Star break, it was just triple-double after triple-double for him.
Now Westbrook, following the 3-point attempt by Freak. They grabbed their own miss. Cantor, no good.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
It's Gortat with the drive. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
You know what? You're right. Neither side has been able to hang on to the lead for any kind of time at all.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
Payne's shot is good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now, here is Ibaka, following the miss by Freak, and Westbrook.
And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But, Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that's basic basketball time management. You've got to be aware of your clock and your situation.
Now here's Gortat. Here's Freak. Nailed from 3-point land. 24 seconds left to play here in the third. Westbrook kicks to Payne. Launches a 3. The rebound by Gortat. Gortat's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Pass to Sessions. Morris with a screen on Cantor. The feed to Morris. 4 seconds left, and that one's good. Morris has got 6.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Wizards lead by 2, and we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. The Wizards with the lead. So for Oklahoma City right now, they've got Adams, Payne out there with Andre Robertson. And it's Durant, and it's Waiters in at the 3 spot. The 3 from Dudley. And again, Washington with the triple.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
Now here's Waiters. Payne with it. There's the pass to Durant. That's good from 17 feet away.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
And it's blocked by Adams. They recover it.
Oklahoma City foul ball. Steven Adams. That's his first.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Washington.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
No good on that one. And Nene, a guy with an incredibly strong start to his career in Denver, the first Brazilian to ever be selected in the first round. Voted, as you may recall, to the NBA All-Rookie team.
Yeah, it came into the league just a tremendously raw talent. Really developed faster than a lot of people expected, but what has been the case for him is the injury bug. I mean, the knee, the foot, shoulder, Achilles, you name it, he's had it, and it's hindered his career somewhat.
And cancer. He's beaten cancer.
That's a very good point.
Here's Robertson, covered by Wall. Robertson dishes to Payne. Now here's Waiters. And Robertson kicks to Durant. 4 on the shot clock. Durant with another miss.
Yeah, you know, going back to Nene, in 14 years, he's been able to suit up for roughly 65% of the games. That's tough on the team's continuity on both ends of the floor. Injuries have been a part of that, though, and oftentimes those are beyond the player's control.
And you know, guys, the thing with Nene, he helps you in so many ways when he's in there. He's hard to back down in the post. He eats up space. Tough to get around on picks. He has the toughness that champions are made of.
2 shots. Loose shots.
Free throw good, Nene. Well, it was a season last year of heartbreak and change for the Thunder, narrowly missing the playoffs as the Pelicans beat them out for that 8th position.
Yeah, and they were teetering back and forth on that 8th spot for most of the year. Ultimately, they just couldn't hold on to that final playoff spot.
And both free throws good for Nene.
Guys, for the Thunder, that playoff miss was the first time they didn't make the postseason since their first year in Oklahoma. Fans have really been spoiled with how successful the Thunder have been of late.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Just a tiny lead for him.
Yeah, but a chance to make it grow here. Porter.
And good, coming off the assist by Wall.
And the Western playoffs just, it seemed a bit amiss without having the Thunder involved. Westbrook, I tell you what, he did everything he could to try and carry that injured group into the postseason last year, but it just wasn't to be.
Here is Durant after the basket by Washington. Roberson gets the bucket. Here's Wall. To the middle. Here's Dudley. No good. Great D that time from Durant. There's the screen. Payne passes to Adams, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting them get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Now here's Payne following the miss by John Wall. And the Thunder, another three.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that. Definitely doing his part because he's made his share of clutch buckets here in the fourth.
Durant against Dudley. Waiters with the screen for Durant. No good with the triple. Wizards have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Beal dishes the Wall to the inside. And there's Beal. That's good on the assist by Wall. And that's now 6 points here for Beal. Payne kicks to Waiters. Oklahoma City moving it around. Durant with another miss.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
And the shot's good from Nene.
Wow, the fans are really getting their money's worth tonight. What an entertaining ball game.
Up to this point, Greg, it's been almost impossible to separate these teams. I think this one's going to be close all the way.
Now here's Durant. The Thunder with another miss.
I'll tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, you can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
The three from Dudley. The Thunder pull it in. Adams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Durant attacking. That one's good, and the Washington lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Adams.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's Wall. Another one falls for Washington. And you can feel the crowd react as one.
Yeah, that guy got them out of their seats and off their hands.
And guys, what a blast of energy that just sent through this entire building.
Now here's Durant. From about 16, it's John Wall with the rebound.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Porter, no luck. Oklahoma City's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. That is the one saving grace of that situation.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 2 here. Washington making some changes. Gortat's checked in for Nene. Morris comes in for Otto Porter Jr. and Freak subbed in for Bradley Beal. The Thunder also changing it up. Cantor checked in for Adams. Baca comes in for Dion Waiters. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Roberson. And he is unable to get the second one.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
Stolen by Durant. Now here's Payne, covered by Wall. Westbrook wide open. He fires. Got it! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there. And Wall kicks to Freak. Dudley the pass to Morris. There's Freak. Gets the 3 to fall.
Clutch shot right there. That could be the difference maker.
Indeed, it might be a big, huge moment in this game right there.
can't get the ball in, you have another timeout. Use it if you need it.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan as he addressed his team. He told his guys, time's running low. If we're going to make our move, it's going to be now. Are you guys ready? And as they nodded, he said, let's go get it. Kevin?
All right, Doris, thanks. And the Thunder making a change here. Robertson's checked in. Back to Westbrook. He feeds it to Robertson. Ball against Westbrook. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. It's going to be on John Wall.
At the line for the Wizards, Russell Westbrook. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within 2 here. And Russell Westbrook drops them both.
And he's got such a smooth stroke, and it never changes, even in this kind of a high-pressure situation.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And that's an intentional foul.
Shooting for Washington. Free. Taking 2 shots.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he ends up making the second, and that will put them up by 2.
Get ready to go, Wizard Girls!
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Cans it to force overtime.
Gets the big-time shot to fall, folks, and now we're headed to OT.
Cold-blooded make that was. Plain and simple.
Well, if you love great competition and neck-and-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number 1. Getting going right now. It'll be the Wizards off the tip. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So on the floor for Washington. Freak in at shooting guard. Markieff Morris is out there with Jared Dudley. And it's Wall. And it's Gortat in at center. Here's Westbrook after marching Gortat's bucket. Westbrook with it. He's picked up by Wall. And Kanter throws it down.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
Wizards timeout call.
We need to be more physical on the offensive end. Let's crash the glass, but be smart. We need to limit their easy baskets, so get back on D.
Washington making a change here. Beal's checked in. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, it makes it tough for the defense to chase that ball around when it moves that crisply all over the court.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively. And textbook. I mean, that move to the lane, you got to tip your hat on that one.
Well said, Greg. And Clark with some major elevation on the slam.
Boy, the defender might have to put his shoes back on after that move. Wow.
Now here's Dudley. Following the miss by Russell Westbrook. And Dudley kicks to Wall. A three-pointer off the mark. Oklahoma City trailing. It's Westbrook with the drive. No luck. Wall with some nice D. Wizards have gone 2 of 3 from the floor as we've gotten this overtime period underway. Dudley's shot is good.
That's how to orchestrate for your team. Terrific pass.
The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 from the floor since the start of overtime. Westbrook dishes to Cantor. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. 8 points for Enes Kanter.
Great unspoken communication between teammates leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
Dishes to Morris. It's stolen by Ibaka. To the paint. Here's Roberson. Gortat with the rebound. Gortat's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Bradley the pass to Wall. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Good game for John Wall. 10 points and 7 assists. He's gotten after it on the boards for them as well as in the transition game.
And I like the fact that one has really fed into the other.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Washington. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game.
Screen by Ibaka. In Westbrook, here we go. A wide open look here for Ibaka. Connects! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Look out now. Ibaka has caught 5.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Gortat with a screen on West. Kept the lock.
Clear some space for himself to get that rebound. Not an easy one there among the big boys. You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 1. Freaks checked in for Bradley Beal. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And that's how you do it. Free throws can make a huge difference in a tight game.
This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on him.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. He knocks down the clutch free throw. And so he drops them both. It's a 2-point ball game.
Yeah, critical that he's able to convert there. Now they've taken the lead.
Freak kicks the wall. Nice ball movement by Washington.
Overtime has become do or die time. An empty possession here, and I think they're finished.
Out left to the wing. Here's Roberson. Feeds to Durant. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
Excellent communication between teammates on the alley-oop there.
And that's what you need to pull that off.
And you do. You have to have both ends of that play, and they were fantastic on that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, rise and center, give it up for your Wizard Girls.
Wall dishes to Gozan. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
We got time. Don't rush up. Get the best look.
Westbrook passes to Ibaka. And so it's Washington who scraped by with the win. They escaped with a victory, although they needed Clark an extra period to get it done.
Well, I think it was one heck of a ball game. Both teams gave great effort, and the bounces just went their way in overtime.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
I'm here with Bradley Beal. And Bradley, what exactly made the difference in this game tonight?
It was all based off our defense, honestly. We were getting stops and getting rebounds. And I think down the stretch, we were able to hold our own on the defensive end. And we got good looks on the offensive end. We made shots when they counted.
Defense is always a great starting point. Bradley, thanks for the time. Guys?
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And time now to head over to Ernie Johnson for the 2K postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, John Wall.
This is what you love to see out your star players. He's the guy you rely on to give a team to win. Both ends of the floor, shouldering the scoring load. He was a joy to watch tonight, Ernie.
In my opinion, his passing is what really drove them to this win. He did a fantastic job of spreading the ball around and keeping everyone involved in the offense. And he wound up with a nice number of assists to show for it.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
What a life, eh, freak? 1 minute you're playing 21 and horse on the courts in Harlem, and the next moment you're in the showroom, configuring the gunmetal and graphite exterior of your luxury car and your iPad mini. Oh, I bet you get a crazy crowd when you drive that car around the block in the old neighborhood, huh?
Yeah, living the dream. Bad pandemonium. But folks from back around the way are real proud of me.
Yeah, I hear you. Local kid makes good. You know, it kind of reminds me of when I took my tech stock public and I rang the New York Stock Exchange bell, and my mom's friends called her up and said, "Maggie, is that your son on Bloomberg News this morning ringing the bell?" And my mom says, "Yes, sirree, Bob, it was him." That was a great moment, freak. And you know, our lives are like a pearl necklace of great moments, all strung together with the finest silk thread of memories. And we have to be very careful how we cultivate those pearls and we thread that necklace.
Does this meeting by any chance have to do with Vic Van Leer?
I grew up in the burbs, freak. I wasn't poor, upper middle class, comfortable. My daddy worked as an accountant for one of the largest insurance firms in the country. Smart with his money. Mom didn't have to work. I went to boarding school. And my dad died of a heart attack when I was a freshman at MIT. I was a movie geek, wanted to be a civil engineer, but I made my fortune by becoming a hybrid of both those interests. My dad didn't want me to be an accountant. Oh, listen to this. My best friend was a guy named Isidore. Yeah, we called him Izzy. He was one of the smartest human beings I have ever met in my life. I mean, Izzy was taking second-year college calculus courses as a high school sophomore, right? Straight-A student, full ride to MIT. Izzy had the world at his fingertips. But he was always looking for trouble, and trouble found him. He ran with the wrong crowd. And when we got to MIT, he got this great job working for a financial consulting firm in Boston. But every weekend, he would fly to Vegas. You see, Izzy had a system for counting cards in Vegas that had the big casinos on the Strip. Oh, it's stymied. He would come back to MIT with suitcases filled with $200,000 in cold cash.
Word?
Yeah.
So your man Izzy was getting hit off like that?
Like a fat rat in a cheddar cheese factory, freak.
Okay, so what happened to this dude Izzy? Because he's dope.
No, not dope. Dead. After he'd been missing for 3 weeks, the Nevada State Police never found hide nor hair of Isidore. And our friendship took a hit when he asked me to hang out with him in Vegas, and I said I wouldn't do it because I knew he was on a dark and twisted path in his life. And yes, he was my dude. But no way was I gonna throw my life away trying to show my loyalty to a guy who really and truly didn't understand what loyalty was all about.
So this meeting is about Vic.
Correctamente.
Okay, well, sir, Vic isn't Izzy.
And why's that, freak?
Well, for one thing, you and your dead friend Izzy didn't grow up poor. Me and Vic grew up in a neighborhood where we had to look over our shoulder every 2 seconds to make sure nobody was going to walk up on us and rob us.
True. Izzy and I did not grow up in the hood. But we, like you, thankfully grew up in a two-parent household. But even that wasn't enough for Izzy. He wasn't satisfied. He was always looking for a 5-alarm fire when he already had the warmth and comfort of a loving family. This is not about class warfare, freak. This is about the consequences of making bad choices and risking it all when you feel like you have nothing to lose.
Vic is like a brother to me, sir.
But you shouldn't be Brother Vic's keeper, freak. Would a brother go looking for trouble and put your career and your livelihood at risk by getting into fights at nightclubs and seedy after-hour joints and then scream to the media, yeah, it's all good, I'm an FOF, friendo freak. It's all misunderstanding. Y'all be haters, don't hate my game. I don't think a brother would do that to someone they really cared about, but a guy who looked at you like a meal ticket would.
No. See, you don't understand Vic.
Really? I don't understand.
No.
Look, man, it was a misunderstanding with the guy in the next VIP booth. His honey started flirting with me, so naturally I started flirting back. Next thing I know, Captain Cornball's off my grill piece beefing. Next thing he know, he got a 2-piece and a biscuit under his left eye. Hey, I don't know who hit him. And it damn sure wasn't me. Hey, Captain Cornball's mad because I'm an FOF, friend of freak. Hey, but check this out, though. He needs to train that hottie before he leave the house, though. Yo, he's hotties ain't loyal, man.
What's there to understand? Are you freaking blind? You know, I just want to know, how much did you pay your lawyers to make all this go away?
Almost $100,000.
Excuse me, son, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I said I paid almost $100,000.
Exactly. And if you keep riding shotgun with Vic, you're gonna go broke. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Look, Vic is my friend, and I grew up with him. How many times I gotta tell you, sir?
Freak, this is not a request. I am not asking you to do this. I am telling you to do this. And the first order of business is that Mr. Vic Van Leer is banned from traveling with you on the road. Vic is banned from the locker room. And Vic is banned from this arena. And if I catch this guy, Vic, in or anywhere near the facilities, Mr. Vic Van Leer will be arrested for trespassing.
Are you serious, sir?
Brother, I'm as serious as cancer. We all know that can be deadly.
You know, when me and Vic were kids, playing summer tournaments at the Dome, we always imagined making it to the pros, right? And after the crowds left, just a street light was on the court, like 11:30, 12 midnight, even 1 in the morning sometimes. We used to practice player introductions, running on the court, giving dap, high-fiving the teammates. Vic, he would act as an announcer. You know, he would introduce me and announce my name on a loudspeaker, and the Jumbotron would flash my image like a little guy dressed in long shorts and a jersey. And now, fresh off his 3-game, 62-point scoring streak, the youngest player to ever do so in NBA history, Frequency Vibrations. So me and Vic would sit in those empty bleachers at the Dome and dream like nobody's business. And now I'm living a dream. For real. And in so many ways, Vic was part of that.
Please, listen to me. I mean, I know this guy's your dude from way back.
Look, me and Vic go way back like the front seats of a 67 Cadillac.
That's good. We go way back. Did you say front seats?
Front seats of a 67 Cadillac.
We go way back like the front seats of a 67 Cadillac. Well, Jiminy Crickets. I'm going to be the hit once again at Herbie Allen's Sun Valley Shindig because my fellow billionaires love it when I walk and talk that talk.
So that almost sounds...
No, let me tell you exactly what it sounds like. I respect, admire, and most importantly, love you as a human being and a role model. But I pay you a lot. And I mean, I pay you a lot of money to play for my team. And I am in this game to win it. And you can't win it with an albatross around your neck like Vic. So Vic is done. History. And here's some more lingo that I picked up from a former megastar who used to play for me several seasons ago. Thought I would never release him until I did. And now he's the sixth man on a struggling team in Venice. And yeah, I'm talking Venice with the canals and the gondolas and Harry's bar, not the street ballers next to the fortune tellers on the beach in Cali. This guy used to tell me when he thought there was a player destroying our team, don't be a hero, cut that zero. And that is what I am telling you about Vic, freak. Don't be a hero, cut that zero. The only thing Vic brings into your life is headache and unwanted and unnecessary negative attention. And it will begin to affect your mindset. And when it affects your mindset, it's going to affect your play. And when it affects your play, it's going to affect my team. And when it affects my team, it's going to affect my money. And if it affects my money, Google Translate will become your new freaking friend. I want a championship ring, freak, and I want you to help me get that ring. And banners after banners hanging from the rafters in this arena. So, freak, hear me clearly and hear me good. V, G, Vic, gotta go! Handle your business. And remember, that contract you signed contains a morality clause, a very important clause that revolves around your conduct on and off the court, and how it can negatively impact my team. Now, I don't want you to have to learn Italian or Croatian as a second language. And hey, playing pro ball overseas, there's nothing wrong with that. But the arenas are nothing like this, nor will the money be the same. And on top of all of that, this is the U.S. of A., the greatest freaking country in the world. Ask yourself, is Vic worth all that? Think about it. Think long, think wrong.
Tell you about Vic. He has his bad rap. It's not, and I understand some of his judgments might shadow his actual character. He's not that at all. Man, Vic, let me tell you something. We have love for each other. We're brothers. Blood couldn't make us any closer at all. I mean, he has so much loyalty to me and to my family. You could see even Cece, has issues with him, but he still loves her. He still loves her.